indeed to other countries. We go to the United States, where Ghislaine Maxwell's sex trafficking trial is scheduled to start in a federal court in Manhattan. Opening statements about the eagerly awaited case. Now accused of 6 counts, including enticement of minors and sex trafficking of children between 1994 and 2004, denying all those accusations. If convicted, legal experts saying you could be looking at a jail term of 80 years. Troubling times then for Ghislaine's brother Ian Maxwell, who joins me now. How does the family view today, Mr. Maxwell? Is it the arrival of, actually, perversely, a day you've not been looking forward to, but a day you need for the family? Good morning.
Morning to you. Well, I think the overriding feeling is one of relief that we finally have got to this point. My sister has been in prison for over 500 days in solitary isolation, and her voice has not been heard over the past nearly 2 years. So, yes, we're looking forward to her being able to put forward her own case, whether directly in the box and through her own defense team.
What level of contact does the family have with your sister?
Well, very little, largely because of this isolation. And of course, most of it was served during the pandemic, when no visitors were allowed in any prison, I think anywhere in the United States and probably also in Britain. And so, but it's really been through her lawyers who see her every day, and messages have been able to be passed backwards and forwards. But none of us have actually spoken to Ghislaine since June 2019, which was the last time we saw her.
You gave an interview earlier this year, Mr. Maxwell, in which you said your sister's physical condition was deteriorating. It was even said her hair was falling out. Do you have an update on how the woman is?
It's continued. She still has, even last night, as far as I know, torches shone in her face every 15 minutes throughout the night. This has gone on for 16 months. The court pictures that I've seen, like you've seen, show me that she's extremely thin and frail. And this is entirely due to the regime that she's been put under, which I think has been done to break her. But she is not going to be broken. She is innocent of the charges that she's facing, and has been very strong in her protest of that fact since the get-go.
Pardon my ignorance. Is she likely to testify in person? Do we know?
We don't. That's entirely her decision. And she's entitled to wait until the prosecution has put its case. That could take a month or two. And then she will decide whether she's going to do that. And I think it's entirely possible that she might. But it's generally quite a high-risk strategy to do so.
What would your advice be, were she to seek your advice?
I would advise her to take the stand, but that's my view.
Did you ever meet her former friend, Jeffrey Epstein?
Yes, I did. I met him on one occasion in 1996, I think, when I flew over to New York with my brother. And we met him for lunch. I didn't find him a particularly warm character, a bit cagey. Clearly an intelligent man, had a certain charisma, but he wasn't a chap that you wanted to go and have a drink at the pub with, put it that way.
Did you ever talk to your sister about her friendship with him?
No, not really. I come from a large family, and by virtue of coming from a large family, you tend to respect the privacy of your siblings perhaps more than you might otherwise. And so I didn't. I mean, I knew obviously that they had a relationship, but it was spent mostly in the United States, and I was living in Britain. So no, I don't recall having had some deep and heavy conversation about Jeffrey Epstein with my sister.
And lastly, did you ever discuss her friendship with Prince Andrew?
I met Prince Andrew at my sister's home on a couple of occasions, so I didn't really need to talk to her about it. I mean, I knew they were friends, and he's found himself in this terrible position where he's effectively been cancelled as a member of the royal family. I think on very dubious grounds. So I hope that clearly that my sister will be exonerated at the end of her trial, and that will in some way assist Prince Andrew clear his own name from the charges that he too is facing, although those are civil charges, from a very vocal accuser of both of them, who I might add is not testifying at the trial, which tells you all you need to know about her credibility.
Ian Maxwell, thank you for your time speaking today as your sister Ghislaine starts the trial in New York.